Hey guys, Mustached here, and welcome back to some more of Dokapon Kingdom, pre-recorded as up to per episode 7, due to the complications that the game I had with volume mixing with the music that it produced versus me speaking, of course. So this is just me looking around at our surroundings. We're at the second area. Evie now catching up with the most towns, but not dead last quite yet. So, you know, we still have a bit of ways to go. So, we obviously want to keep prepping up and trying to keep up with the game's pretty interesting challenges. We're using our magic now that it is comparable enough to get the job done. So we're almost mastered in the world of the magician here. This is just positioning. And Aaron's still gone for a turn there. Hero, interestingly, here is last. Because I believe that's going to change at some point. I don't remember when that happens, though. He makes a pretty good comeback, all things considered. So, as you can see, when you have spinners, I tend to use them pretty liberally. That wasn't a great roll by any means, but not even a great item in report of that. You see Evie's still coming with it, mon cher. So obviously, Aaron's coming back. He's second currently, due to his castle primarily. And obviously, with still being a thief, he still has that going on for him. So the piggy bank was being the end goal here. So this is what is going to prop Hera up to be first, I think. After all, with every new castle, the level of pricing will go up with each chapter. So let's see. Yeah, he shoots up to second, which blasts me down to last. Which is, again, still fine. Still early on in the game. The only individuals without castles are myself and Evie, who is... Wait, no. Yeah, she just has a lot of towns, I believe, right now. So obviously a new area has opened up. Now, I don't want to fight Evie currently. That is not in the itinerary of things to do. But I was still looking around. Always make sure of your surroundings. And still fighting some pretty rough enemies along the way. So I want to test my magic out on her. Find out, oh, it's actually not that very effective here. And of course she goes after another town while that's happening. And wham bam, thank you ma'am, she's claimed another city. So Aaron still going to the right for some reason. Who knows? I surely didn't. And I still don't. Even looking back on it, I'm like, what? What? What are you doing? Of course, with pickpocket being a superfluous skill at this point, but it's still, you know, capable of killing low-tier enemies like that. So I recognize that I'm in a pretty bad spot again. Of course, still heavily relying on that magic. But I didn't strike. And it still wasn't enough. Now that's where things got interesting. Because you see, I wasn't looking for a fight, but I got one anyway. Now you're probably wondering, why not just give up? Well, you see, this is fine at this juncture of time. I figured she's gonna get another town, that's a-okay. She didn't take the town that actually mattered here. First and foremost, and more importantly, like I just stated, it's still early on in the game. There's still plenty of towns later on to take. And those will substantially be more worthy of taking, obviously, as the game progresses. But it does come with that obvious downside of having to wait the 2 turns. So Aaron's like heading out to sea or something or other. He's not last. No, I'm last, yeah. I was like, almost thinking to myself, oh, he's prepping to get the Darkling or something. But no, I'm the only one in the position to do that, currently anyway. Obviously, you still gotta keep waiting for that opportunity to come back. Miss! So we got effects going on. Oh, he's going to his town or whatever. Stonks. You gotta believe in him sometimes, I guess. Thieving over here. Coming from our hero, everybody. 'Cause that's what heroes do! So obviously I got a useful item in the back pocket, but I'm still rolling normally. But unfortunately I get more events. Roche. And I lose. But that's okay. It's pocket change. Unfortunately, due to his own, plan, I guess, he's pretty much out of commission for a bit there. Whack! Dude. So I'm wondering, okay, I'm pretty close to leveling up my magician class, obviously, so staying relatively close to the town, or to Dokapon Kingdom itself, here. But, training at the same time, all these things to consider. So there's quite a few moves to make here. About what to do. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I clearly gotta train. Alright, what was his plan? Yeah, it was to visit a town. Yeah, that was his town. He lost it. He went to get it back. So again, pretty heavy emphasis on the town claimage here. Obviously, it'll utilize big advantages early on. So I'm sticking around the area, and I unfortunately get another event. It's Roche again. But I got him that time. And the week's out. Not drastically too much has changed here. Oh, Aaron actually did surpass the hero, I think, through taking that town back. And the main reason, more so being, is that it puts additional value back into his town. Is the idea there. So again, sticking nearby, thinking of my surroundings, and I get another Banshee. Very common enemy at this rate. But we're having a lot more consistent victories. Want to make sure our magic is able to one-shot them eventually. So that's why I'm doing that too, making sure my magic is... And of course, Eve taking another town. As is now... Oh! But that's where things were gonna get interesting, but she still claims it in one. So now Aaron's gonna slowly but surely make his way back. He has his castle, he gets to invest in it. Good night, good sir. And we're always checking, always looking around for stuff. We're setting ourselves up here. Not a great item, but I don't have many items on me, so... You know. Now, as tradition of BV, she's going immediately after the big boss here, the next town over. And it's still totally fine. But you gotta appreciate that forwarding thrust that at least one of these NPCs will consistently do to push the moving parts forward at an accelerating rate. The game never feels like it is slowing down. Aaron not in a good position though. Conversely, if he doesn't get initiative, he loses again. But hey, Hero comes in, and this is where the bullying of Eren Yeager begins. Again. Immediately giving up. Just taking that lump sum of money. And I'm thinking, I don't have a lot of money. Or items, but you know. Trying to get battles here. So we still can't kill with Scorch. So I'm like, well, shit. And we get our first set of item. The Spirit Gloves, that being, you know, pretty good stuff. So basic attack, and it's not quite over. So even if she lost initiative on the next round there, she would still win. That is how good she has become. So I'm like, whatever. I get a spell. Not worth it completely. But, you know, I am currently a magician, so it's not the worst thing in the world. And I get another sad potion for my troubles. Sometimes you gotta find your luck, and sometimes you gotta make it. But she claims another town. Big one. Big city. Under her belt directly. So we got another one. Unknowable. Big events, though. It's Roche! So yes, things will start to repeat and familiarize, and, you know. And so, the hero moves forward. So I got some potions on me. Again, nothing too crazy. But we gotta look at where we can go here. I was trying to figure out how to turn the page there. So that already had Scorch. But it also has Zap. Slightly better, you know. So obviously we want to upgrade here. As a magician, keeping up to date, eventually, you know. Hey there! And obviously keeping up with the weapons, big plans of the NPCs as to but Aaron's getting his own small victories in a weird way. So, he can become a cleric, a new class that unlocks. Big Six. So obviously again, looking for those battles, looking for that level up more so than anything else at this juncture of time. But those are no longer a problem, but, you know. So Evie's all geared up. She gets the temple, which means that is her new save point on top of everything else. And laming claimant to the new area. And Aaron always feeling like he's a continent behind. But he's trying to start favors with the king, which, you know, it has its own. There's these own side objectives that will start becoming more and more prevalent. We're having a sale. So even if it's by a little 5, every little bit counts. In these types of games, where numbers mean everything, you know? So big exciting news for me, I go in the casino cave. Nothing to do with what's going on over here while she's claiming another town. Baby! Big failure. So Mitch can actually, I remember in certain positionings, he could really actually change the value of your town. I think he can maximize them on if you're like really struggling. But we got another strike. No towns. None of that. So now in the casino, a whole new list of enemies. Want to test out my abilities, make sure that we're doing good. And you know, these enemies aren't even that bad in terms of like leveling itself. See, as you can clearly see there. So I want to at least get my defense in the double digits. That's why I'm doing that. And I have, at least I've heard other people talk about how defense is a pointless stat considering how you get your shields and whatnot. But after playing this game a few times, I would disagree. I mean, HP is still definitely more important, but, you know, I wouldn't say defense isn't a completely useless skill. It's just the least important. Lock and key. But the casino is still open, as you can see. Despite everyone else going on strike, the casino stays open because they want to do real business. So pretty good items in here. And we actually get a pretty good thing, a reveal. Miss. So Aaron finally coming in again after flubbing around, doing his thief thing again. But he can't, he's still, you know. And the double down happens. And it happens again. Big bully. This is mean at this point. So we get to go to the casino. So I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And look at that. First try. Literally first try. Actually, though. We get the show ticket. Which allows us to become a new class. And not only did she get initiative, she did the one-shot again, so she's fine. Claiming another town once again. Aaron just not able to catch a break in comparison, though. So as you can see, I can become an acrobat here. So we're going to make our way back to Dokapon Castle. Slowly but surely. Again, testing out my ability on each of the enemies. One shot again. Big bully. Gotta heal up again from the bully. So he's going back to the castle as well to change, I believe. He had mastered his thing. So that's something that the NPCs will do, not to the extent of getting the rare ones like I'm trying to do right now, but they'll still try to do it nonetheless. We can't get out, so I figure I might as well take another item on my way out. Not a great item. Now she's gonna update her magic most likely here. So this one has Scorcher with an ER, so it has, you know, that gives it additional properties, I guess. Big one. But he's not spending, he's just window shopping. Betrayal. So Hero, as I said, is going to change his job here. And actually become the true hero. But there's a even more hero class. Even bigger and even better. But the NPCs, again, most likely to never go for it. Now, I'm stonking up on items here. Now, that's a good item. A Town Conjure is really great. You can just conjure town on somebody else. She's also heading back. She had mastered her class, so she's also heading back at this juncture. That's why she's going to the right at this point. She can obviously still take towns, but class mastery takes precedence for the NPCs, and Aaron just gives up again despite having pretty decent health. Like, I'm assuming he's, like, stuck on this, like, he needs initiative, doesn't get initiative, so he gives up attitude or whatever. One gold stolen. Just to prove a point, you know? Sometimes. So we still can't get out. But, you know, still battling there. And we're holding that onto that reveal as well. So it says sleepy. So obviously you want to avoid getting a turn stolen here. So preferable to go after something like that. And there's that. So we leveling out, we master the class, We're ready to rock. Truly, though. So, temple healing, or save point, I guess, for some reason. Now, unfortunately, due to the NPCs never going after the rarity of the classes, those are things I'll probably not likely to show all of them. There's 3 that are hidden in this world of Dokapon Kingdom. You know, the Call of the Darkness also calling upon me. At this juncture, I'm last. I've been last for a while, but I can get out of the cave, so I'm out of there. So, the other classes, I guess I'll just mention them now. There's a Robo Knight in the underwater area that's like later on in one of the later chapters here. I forgot which 2 other prerequisite classes you have to master to get it, but essentially you have to master a few others and then you have to get the item, much like that, and then, you know, make your way back to Dokapon to officially claim the Robo Knight. Same thing with the, I think it's called the Valkyrie class, which is like true hero, quote-unquote. That will allow you to move as you see fit, essentially. Oh wait, no, the Robo Knight does that. The hero gets like this give up thing that it has going on for it, like the enemy will give you more stuff or something. I forget what it is exactly, what their ability is. Miss! But I find myself shocked by that. Unable to claim it in one. Ain't ready for it. So I also need a better weapon at this point. That's still undeniable. But I'm more invested in making my way back to Dokapon. Aaron slowly making his way back, yet to really make his mark beyond one castle, which is, the first castle, which is an okay start, but, when you can't follow that up, tricked. So he didn't want to fight the other NPC. I'm assuming that's why he went down instead of up. Though I might have miscounted the amount of steps there just now. I think his other position would have been her, right? Unless it's one more. I forget. Anyway. But we get spirit gloves for spirit gloves, so, nothing too exciting about that. And she gets an even bigger lead with that. Now he gets a normal conjure, which that just only works for an empty space. So it's a smaller stall. So I see that a thief is in my way, or in my vicinity, and I'm not a good fan of getting in his way. Because I have the show ticket, which is an item, so he can potentially grab it. So I go get another item. Now that's a worthy endeavor. So I take it. Throw one of those useless potions away. Now these will typically, the NPCs will typically say no to the robot and to risque. But I think there is a point. I don't remember when it happens. But eventually one of the NPCs says yes, which I found really interesting, but I don't think anything came of it, though. Because the robot only lasts like a week or something. Womp womp. Big lose. So the thief has, again, intercepted my path. So I figure I'm counting out, like, how far away is he from me, you know? I'm thinking up or down, and I go up. You know, one of these has to be chosen at a point. Big steals. Hero's making his way back up. Now that is a really good item. And we're gonna see it come into play eventually. I know that for sure. I remember that happening. So obviously I don't want nothing to do with Aaron right now. So I continue to move away from him. I'm just trying to make my way back, you know? Live that simple life. Non-confrontational as possible. So here I was assuming, oh, wait a minute, is he actually gonna go for the cave? I think he does, for some reason. I don't remember, actually. So he avoids me, which is fantastic, because I didn't want to deal with Hero there. Strike! Big kick. Being the true hero, still taking money. Apologize for the noise there. Anyway. So Aaron's finally making some progress, but he doesn't get a battle. Very unfortunate, you know. So again, just making my way back to Dokapon Kingdom. I have good faith that she will not try to do anything too crazy to me, so I'm thinking, you know, it's safe for now. But the chicanery continues on the field. Now she's gonna switch. Now this was a big worry actually, initially. Because if she turned into a thief, she would have been able to move past me again and then to potentially take an item. Luckily she chose Magician here. So that's actually, you know, no longer a worry, essentially. So we luckily get it as well. So the important thing here is you want to take on the new job, because that gets rid of the item from your inventory. That's the same thing how it works with hair, by the way. Which I figure, why not change things up a little bit here? Stand out in the crowd and all that. And talk about luck. I think that was her second time getting guts and being successful with guts. Or that was either her first or second time, I forget. So using what advantages he can to build up that defense. Alright, so that's where that part ends, of us becoming that new class. So that's where we're also going to end, well, this video. So there you go.